Do you want to see that? Teacher Michael, do you want to see that?
See what?
Look at that. See that.
You're back in color. Very good. You're using the video effects. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a minute. I just need to post the homework for that last class in their Zalo group, and then we'll get started today. I'll be back in a minute.
So, can we play something? Too. Hey, that's someone copying Teacher Michael's name. Come on, who wants a new background? No, he couldn't use two devices. Someone must have copied the archers. Who wants a new background? Go in here. Oh, no. You must be lying. Hey, Ben. Watch out for this background. Watch for this background. They are all together. Let's wait for this. Why don't we do this? Okay, what? Some people are going out now.
Okay, I am back. Yes, I am using two devices. I am using two devices. That's why you see me in the class twice.
Hey, I want you to say something. Why are there another teacher Michael? Is that you, another teacher Michael?
It is me, yes. It is me, yes. I'm using two devices.
What?
I'm using two devices so I can still see you guys on camera while I'm sharing my screen if I need to use the whiteboard or anything. Ben wins 10 points for Gryffindor.
What?
Ben wins 10 points for Gryffindor.
Gryffindor?
Yeah. From Harry Potter. Hello, Chips. How are you?
Did you know
I'm fine. I'm back home.
Harry Potter.
Very good. Okay, so refresh my memory because I tend to be an old and forgetful man sometimes. What was the last class? What was the topic of the last class? I gave you guys the debate
arguments.
Scorecards. Work with a partner, come up with 17. So work with a partner and come up with 6 arguments, 3 per person for a debate topic. Okay, we were working on team line. Very good. So that means
no, David.
Pardon?
I barely know David. I
You
don't
barely know.
even know David.
Well, that's fine. You guys get a chance to work together to,
Why can't I get paired with Lucia?
because I think I paired Lucia up with
Emma.
Emma. That's right.
Oh, Chips and I chat too much. And one day they keep chatting until I got annoying.
I love it how Lucia says that Chips is the one that talks too much. That's adorable.
I have some macadamia nuts.
Yum. I
will
have
share
some.
with you.
I have some M&Ms in the fridge that I might go get shortly.
I eat Skittles.
Skittles are good. Okay, so it looks like debating course. It looks like today's topic is the role of the first affirmative and negative speakers. Have we spoken about that yet, or is that today's lesson?
I don't know. Maybe the last lesson you didn't talk about it.
Okay, so the last lesson, we'll be talking about team arguments in debating. I would say so based on the homework. So, okay, so today's topic is going to be the role of the first affirmative and negative speaker. So, let's have a look-see here.
Teacher, I will share you some maca nuts. Here.
Some share with me some macadamia nuts. Thank you very much. Okay, so today's lesson, I figured it out because I are genius. Genius brain. So today's topic is the role of the first proposition and opposition speakers. So each team member in a debate team, actually, after seeing Chips with her macadamias, I got to go get my chocolate out of the fridge. Excuse me, just 1 minute.
I go to Dalat and I go to the Choco Cafe, which is the train station far long ago, and I had some chocolate too.
Yum. We don't really have any like super good chocolate cafes in Australia. We just kind of have this one that's called Sanchuros. It's not bad, but it's quite commercial.
Coffee. I go to the Choco Coffee, which when there is before the war, the Choco Cafe there was actually a train station, and I bought
cool.
chocolate bar.
What were you doing when you were gone away?
I didn't open it yet, so
I went to the fridge to grab my bag of chocolate.
Teacher, I haven't opened it, so I will open it.
M&M's?
Teacher,
I love M&Ms. Anyway,
Hey,
let's get back on.
Teacher, you eat
Teacher, have you Have you ever seen any chocolate boxes which came with a fork?
No.
This one
So it
has.
must be fancy chocolate then. Anyway, let's get on with our. Oh, Ben!
You
I
hate
Oh
hate
my God, Ben! How can you hate chocolate? I think that's the topic of today's of today's debate. How can Ben hate chocolate?
How can Ben hate chocolate? Something.
How could Ben hate chocolate?
I got the answer. Because it's too sweet or
The taste is too strong. Fair enough.
Teacher, I have chocolate cookies and cream kisses chocolate.
Yum, Hershey's.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get back on topic.
Anyone?
So let's get back on topic.
Anyone want?
Yeah.
Or will we start
Send everybody some chocolate chips. Send everybody some chocolate. Okay, so let's get back on topic now, guys. So as we know, a debate team usually consists of 3 people, and each speaker actually has a specific job to do. So in our last lesson, we had a go at scoring a debate, I think, or I at least showed you how to score a debate, and then gave you the homework to watch a debate video and score it. So
actually, I haven't found any videos.
I'll post one in the Zalo chat today, if that'll help. So the first speaker that we need to speak about today is the first speaker. And what I'd like to do is just explain to you the responsibilities of the first speaker of a debate team, and then give you some special strategies and tactics that will help you if you are in that role during a debate. Because each team has a special advantage, and the advantage of the proposition is that their first speaker is the very first speaker to open the debate. So they have a clean slate in which they can the first proposition speaker can set the debate up however they want. Nothing's been said yet. They get to pick the direction they go in. They're just completely free to make as strong a case as possible. Because once the first opposition speaker speaks, they then have the added duty of offering counter arguments and rebutting what that first proposition speaker said. And the advantage that the opposition have is that their final speaker is the last speaker to speak in a debate.
Teacher,
So that means that
everyone chocolate kisses already. Everyone grab one.
I was expecting to see some chocolate in the chat box or something there. So the advantage that the opposition have is that their last speaker is the very last speaker to speak. So that means they don't have to worry about they don't have to worry about the proposition being able to say something to counter their case. They get to make the last statement in a debate. And that as well can be a very strong advantage. So as we start to discover more how a debate works, we'll start to develop strategies for how to act as a particular member of a debating team. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Awesome. Love your work, guys. Keep it up.
But I think I'm gonna get a cup of water now.
Okay. Thank you for sending us all that chocolate, Lucia. That was very sweet. So, the first thing we want to do is talk about the very first speaker. So the first speaker in the debate is the first proposition. So they have some responsibilities, things that they're supposed to do for their team. And their responsibilities include, first of all, they want to introduce the motion. So they want to introduce the motion. That's the very first thing they've got to do. Excuse me. And in introducing the motion, what that does is that states their team's position.
I sent
Oh,
I sent 11 Macas. Everyone enjoy.
oh, don't do that. You're going to tempt me to actually walk to Macca's and get some food after this class. I've got lots of fresh food in the fridge. Don't talk about Macca's. That's my weakness. So, first speaker introduces the motion. So they state their team's position clearly and concisely. So that it needs to be clear and easy to understand, and it needs to be short and sweet and straight to the point. No mucking about. Next, they also need to present their team line. Who remembers what the team line is?
I am trying to remember.
The team line is the general direction or the general topic or the general types of arguments that the team is going to make. So yeah, the team line is basically the central point to all of the arguments that are made by a debating team. So the first affirmative speaker needs to present the team line, and they also need to introduce their own arguments.
Teacher, I gotta send you a picture that everyone will love these treats.
Oh goodness.
See
I feel like I should be I feel like I should be scared. Jelly beans and chocolates. Okay.
I will give everyone pretzels.
Pretzels, yum.
I love pretzels.
Me too. I like salted pretzels. Anyway, let's focus up, guys. So the second job that the first proposition speaker has is they introduce their own team line, and they also introduce their own arguments and evidence into the debate to support their case. And finally, and this is a big job for the first proposition speaker, they need to engage the audience and they need to establish credibility. So that means that we don't want them to just be standing there, just reading their debate card in their hands and just being here and not really talking. And so we want to make sure that the first speaker is engaging with the audience. So they're looking up from their note cards, they're looking around at their audience, they're making eye contact with people. They are, yeah. And so these techniques as well can be used to, so these techniques can be used very well to establish credibility and trust. Because if you're talking, goodness, if you're talking to somebody and you're not looking them in the eye, you know, like you're looking down at your feet, or they're looking up here and just over the place, they're looking anywhere but at you, then you're not going to trust them, are you? You're going to think that they're up to something shady. You're going to think they're up to something a bit dishonest. So yeah, by making eye contact with the audience, by speaking loudly and confidently, engaging the audience, you're going to establish credibility with them. So that's important. So we've got some quite important jobs there for the first proposition speaker. And with those responsibilities come a few strategies. So
Dear, why is your hair just in front of the camera?
because I'm using my tablet and it's a touch screen and it comes with a stylus. So whenever you see my hand in front of the camera like that,
You don't
I'm
use
usually...
the computer?
No, I don't actually have a laptop at the moment. I'm getting one in the next, I think I'm getting one next week sometime. But yeah, no, this entire time I've been using my tablet. That's why whenever I go to like whiteboard or share my screen, my camera cuts out. Yeah. So, goodness. My brain gets... Yeah, I'm sleeping. I'm going to have a nap.
He's really having a nap.
No, I'm not having a nap. My brain just gets very tired trying to keep up with you super smart kids. So, back on topic. So, a strategy is basically a tactic that you can use, or it's a way of doing something that you think will bring you the most success. So, strategies for the first affirmative speaker are, they should, where is it here? They should think ahead for, yes, Lucia?
Why won't you use word? Word. Yes.
Why won't I use words?
Yes.
I thought I was using words.
Well, but who's just drawn it, but not typing.
Chupa chups for everyone.
Oh my goodness. So
We had
The
this
first-
topic about
Do you mean?
candy.
Okay.
guys, everyone, let's get back on topic here. So the first strategy for the first proposition speaker is, where are they here? You need to anticipate counter arguments. So you need to guess ahead of time what you think your opposition are going to say about your point of view, and try to come up with even better points of view than what they will say, so that you can just immediately discredit their attempt to weaken your argument. So if you can do that before they've even had a chance to speak, like, that can just be so powerful. If you've already proven their attempt to make your argument weak, if you already prove that wrong, that can be so powerful. So you need to anticipate the counter arguments to address any weaknesses in your opening arguments, or in your opponent's opening arguments.
I think Star raised her hand.
Yes, Star, did you have something you wanted to ask or say?
No.
No worries. Okay. No worries. Okay, so we need to anticipate counter arguments to make our opponent's arguments weaker. So again, if we prove their arguments wrong before they've even had a chance to say them, that can be a really powerful tactic to win in a debate. Our second strategy is make sure you use lots of persuasive language. And so lots of persuasive language and techniques. Have I showed you guys that video of the 10 persuasive techniques? So things like alliteration, rhetorical questions, repetition, all things like that. Have I showed you that video?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll post that video today then in your Zalo group for you. So, land. Persuasive video. Okay. Hang on, just need to swap my headphones. The one I'm currently wearing is about to die.
Why is it dying? It isn't.
Because I use Bluetooth headphones, so I have my headphones have a battery. Okay, so we need to use lots of our persuasive language and techniques, and I'll post a video of that in your Zalo group today. Learn these techniques. They can help make you a very, very skilled debater. And finally, present lots of evidence. So present lots of evidence to support your arguments. If you can do that, then you will have a you'll be able to make your arguments very, very strong. So these are the best strategies for an opposing speaker. Right. Yeah, I think you guys will have a couple of hours today. So if you wanted to stay in this group, you'll have like an hour and a half to play before I'll need the room back. Okay, so hopefully you guys have taken down those notes about the strategies for the first proposition speaker. After we have after the first proposition speaker, our second speaker is the first opposition. So the first opposition actually have not necessarily a disadvantage, but they have a lot more to do because they're speaking second. So they have a lot more to do to set up their team's case to be as strong as possible.
Teacher, before
Hello.
After class, I will send you a picture of lots of kinds of candy.
You have lots of candy.
Yeah.
Speaking of candy, I'm going to have some now. Anyway, so our first negative speaker has some very important responsibilities.
You like a
And-
picture of candy?
Let's have a look. Oh, I love those artisanal chocolates. Yum. Yes, I do like that candy. Very good. So,
Are you at Vietnam?
no,
You
I'm in
should-
Melbourne.
If you're not, you should visit Đà Lạt in Vietnam. It's super, super, super.
Teacher,
cool.
only your head is there now.
Teacher,
I think I might have to.
Teacher,
I think I
you
might have to
can
come and
ask-
visit Vietnam just so that I
Teacher.
can come visit that candy shop. What? Yes.
you can go to Đà Lạt and book a taxi to drive you to the puppy farm, and you can have some vegetables like tomatoes and strawberries, and you can see guinea pigs and dogs and stuff.
That sounds
You
all
can
right.
get- You
I
can
actually
pick,
hear that Vietnam has a very strong coffee culture too. That sounds quite nice. I enjoy coffee.
teacher,
Yeah.
and you can pick out
shops.
and you can pick out fruits and vegetables at the farm next to the puppy farm.
Yum. That sounds awesome.
You know
Anyway,
what?
let's get.
In here, I can even have like a dessert in the cafe.
Yum.
You
That
you
sounds
will-
awesome. Anyway,
you
guys,
will-
let's get back on topic. We can talk about sweets and desserts at the end of class. So,
My blue cat is about treats and desserts.
of course it is. So, we have some responsibilities for the first opposition speaker. And the first responsibility that they have is that they need to challenge the motion and they need to establish their team's position. So that's the first thing the first opposition speaker needs to do. They need to challenge the motion and challenge their opponent's position, and they need to establish their own team's position as being against the motion. The next responsibility is probably the most important one, because they need to listen to the first proposition speaker, and they need to analyze the proposition's arguments. They need to look for flaws and weaknesses. And they need to provide counter arguments.
Everyone, you can join the second link first and go back.
Oh,
to
it's just
class.
for
You can join the second link first and go back to class, and then at the end I will start.
can you
Or
tell?
you could just join the Bluekit call after class. Let's focus on this.
Emma already joined.
Just say the about that.
And
the
she
end of the
left.
lesson.
Sorry, Ben, what were you saying?
That said that, I don't know.
Ben, what were you saying? You can tell me.
I just said we should focus.
Good idea. I like Ben's idea. So the last responsibility of the first opposition speaker is that they then need to present their own team's line. That's not how you spell present. So they present their own team's line, and they also need to, along with, they also present their own arguments. So those are three pretty important jobs there for the first opposition speaker. They challenge the motion, they establish their team's position, they also need to analyze the proposition's arguments, look for flaws and weaknesses, and then provide counter arguments. And then finally, they need to present their own team's line. Oh, excuse me. Definitely think I'm getting sick. And then they also need to present their own arguments to the debate as well. So with those responsibilities, there are a few tactics that they can use. Hopefully you've taken your notes down. So then we have first opposition speaker, strategies. So we have a few strategies for the first opposition speaker now as well. And then this is going to lead me into your homework for this class. This is actually quite a fun little activity, this homework that I've got for you.
What is it?
Well, I'll tell you shortly, but I've got to get through this first. So the first opposition speaker should focus on their rebuttals. So rebuttals are a very important point for the opposition team. They need to be able to provide counter arguments, and they need to be able to, and in order to do that, they need to really listen to what their opponents are saying, and yeah, to be instantly able to think of counter arguments. So that is a tip that I also give for the opposition speakers. Try to think of as many counter arguments as you can before the debate even begins, because that way, if you think of a whole list of counter arguments, then you might just have an answer for a counter argument your opponents make, and then that's one less thing you have to think about at the time. So always prepare some rebuttals, and that way there's not as many circumstances that you'll actually have to think on your feet during the debate. The second strategy for the first opposition speaker is identify weaknesses in the proposition's arguments. So sad to say, but as the opposition, you quite often need to rely on finding problems with your opposition's arguments quite a bit in debating. So being able to identify weaknesses in the proposition's arguments is going to be a very good tactic for you. So yeah, just keep your ears peeled, listen for everything they say. So as soon as they say it, you'll be able to catch anything that they say that maybe might be wrong or might not, or might be just slightly off. Just anything you can pick a hole in, you need to be able to find it and pick a hole in it. And finally, the first opposition speaker needs to focus on, what am I trying to say here? They need to focus on making sure they set their team up for victory. So by doing this, one of the ways to do this is to make sure that everything that they say sets their team's case up nice and strong. They need to make sure that they don't just go off on their own and start saying things that they hadn't prepared for. Keep their teammates in the loop about what they're talking about so that everyone can plan accordingly. Because again, a debate is a team argument. We want to be working together and not just have 3 individuals on the same team. So this leads me to talking about your homework. And this, excuse me, this is a bit of a... No, I'm not sleeping. I'm awake. So...
Then why are you keep stretching up and down?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping, but I am a little bit tired. Keeping up with you kids is...
Some water.
I think this picture will cheer you up.
Trying to keep up with you kids drives me nuts.
I think you need a little bit, teacher.
I think I do need to go to bed. I think I do. But anyway, so your homework, I'm going to give you guys a topic and I'm going to pair you up. So let's have a look-see.
Teacher, are you having another class?
Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
Teacher,
Yeah.
Send a ginormous cake to everyone.
Teacher, for
Yeah.
our students aren't turning their cameras on.
That's naughty.
It's the class rules, right?
The class rule is more just it's more I tend to not ask for your opinion if your camera's not on. But
Some
that's more for the
students
public
don't like
classes.
it. Teacher,
Well, yes.
can you leave the Zoom open? Wait,
Pardon?
teacher, I'll send you a big cake.
Okay, so we have an odd number of kids. Okay, so I'm going to team you guys up again. Different teams for this homework. By the way, speaking of, have you guys been working with your teammates to...
But I don't know who Lucia's mom is. And I don't know if my mom will let me have her mom's contact.
Well, that's something that you guys need to
Teacher,
ask your
Here,
parents
teacher.
about.
I have 3 pictures of your favorite M&Ms.
Oh God. Anyway, so this homework you'll be able to do.
Sure, I have blue lips.
Why do you have blue lips?
I don't know.
Anyway, so let me take down a list of everyone in class. So I've got...
Teacher, it's like your head only popped out.
My head popped out. Oh no.
Oh no, you turn white too. I mean the whole body
That
disappeared.
disappeared into
I'll do your face later.
it disappeared into the air.
Hey, hey, teacher Michael, can you leave?
Hello. Hang on, I'm just writing everyone's names down so I can pair you off for this homework. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, your head only review. Now you white. But teacher.
Yeah, and then I'll flip my camera again and it'll go back to normal for another.
Teacher, now my lip is yellow.
How are you doing that? That's crazy. They're like magic.
He's using a filter.
Now
Ah.
I'm using studio effects.
Teacher,
And
Ah.
the background hazel.
Okay.
Anyway, hang on, give me 2 seconds, guys. I just need to pair you up for your homework. So let's go.
Teacher, but I don't know who Lucia's mom name. How can I get her contact to do the homework?
Well, you all have you all have a parent,
So my
or
mom.
you're a member of the Zalo class group. So get in contact with each other through Zalo and work out a way to work together. There are ways you can do this. You can keep it on Zalo. You can maybe have a Zoom conversation with each other.
Wait, I need to open the door. Someone's knocking.
There's lots of things you can do.
Hey,
So
hey,
Teacher, there's 10 more
So
minutes.
you said
What are
something
you
really funny. That
yes.
the
Well, I
big
mean,
topic is why this man hates
we're pretty much done for this lesson. It's really just
There's
about
10
giving you
more
the
minutes.
homework now.
teacher,
So I'm
we
going
say-
to.
can we stay 45 minutes?
You can stay after class is finished. Yes, I'll turn the recordings off and I'll
And
just
we
turn
can
the volume down and you guys can chat and play.
Out my
Anyway,
picture of
guys, focus.
the-
Focus. Concentrate. Lesson, not play yet. So I am going to pair up Ben and Jenny. I'll put all of this in a message. We will have Chips and LaRue.
Wait, teacher,
Yeah.
can you repeat who I am with?
I'll put all of this in a message in the chat box shortly. I'm just thinking about who I'm going to put together. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Min and Jelly. And so, Emma, you're the odd one out. So that means you're going to be debating with me. Yep. It's going to be you and me. I'm going to take you on in a debate. We're going to debate. We're going to debate.
How can I always debate with you if you hadn't in class?
So the homework is going to be, well, the homework is going to be, well, I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so everyone needs to stop sending messages to the chat because I'm going to put your homework in the chat now. So
I will
the
only
team,
stop talking only if you pair with me.
How can I debate with you?
How come I don't get to pair with Lucia?
Ben versus Johnny
No.
versus LaRue. Lucy and versus Star. Lucia, your this Jelly. And why? How did Ben know all? Hey!
Chips.
No,
That's not
Teacher, can I
nice.
switch? Which can I fight with LaRue? Because Chips don't really look
I don't want to
happy.
be touched with Star. No,
That's a nice idea, Ben.
I don't really
Okay.
want to be touched with Star. No. I don't want.
Guys, stop. Quiet. So,
How am I gonna
So
versus you?
So with this homework, the point of this is, notice how I've said versus and not and. So the person that is
Means
the
you're
person
gonna
in the same message with you is going to be your opponent. So you.
Oh, me is like
But-
you mean it's like a competition?
Teacher,
Yep,
can I fight?
we're going to
Teacher?
have a debating. Pardon?
Can I fight with LaRue instead? Because Chips
Teacher.
don't like it.
You'd rather fight with LaRue? Okay, so
Yo, this is gonna be a good.
I won't work with
Ben
Star.
LaRue, Chips and Jenny. Ben LaRue, Chips and Jenny.
Don't worry. I'm
Ben
slow with
LaRue.
it.
Teacher.
Yes,
I don't.
LaRue.
I would not work with Star. I work with something else, please.
Nope. Nope, I've assigned the teams.
You're the teacher.
That's right.
Wait,
Now
this-
I'm envious Laru.
Hey Ben, good work.
So Ben and LaRue,
oh, this is gonna be a good fight.
Chips and Jenny.
She is begging.
Okay.
Star is begging to pair with Edna.
Nope.
And I am
So
begging to pair with
let me
Lucy.
explain the homework, or class is going to run late.
Hey, both of them, Star and Jenny are beating
Anyone to
Guys,
help?
quiet. Everyone. Okay, peace and quiet. Fantastic.
Teacher. We still can open up. Open up.
So your homework is as follows. First of all, goodness gracious.
Teacher, does that mean I am still being versus with you? Teacher.
Yep.
And you still leave the Zoom open still?
Anyway, guys, quiet. Let me explain the homework. So we have our 5 matches.
This.
You mean 5
Proposition.
matches?
Lucia, Min, Ben.
Do you mean 5 matches like you can burn?
And so Lucia, Min, Ben, Chips, and me. Opposition. Star, Jelly, Emma, LaRue, Jenny. Now, the teams that I've just put, guys, stop it. You're going to be put with the people you've been given, and that's that. Now, so you'll notice that the first person in every match is going to be the proposition, and the second person in every match is going to be the opposition. Now, that does not mean that you are on the same team together. What's going to happen is that each of the proposition people are going to make a video and post it to Zalo, and they're going to act as the first proposition speaker. So they need to make sure they do all of the same strategies that we talked about in class today. And I'm going to give you a topic to do that about. And then once the proposition has made their video and posted it to Zalo, their opposition opponent, who is going to be the first negative speaker for their own team, you're going to watch that video, you're going to come up with some rebuttals, and you are going to then make a video back and post it in Zalo. So this is just to give you guys a chance to have a debate with each other in video form. I want you to focus on the structure and the content of your arguments, provide evidence.
I have sent a meeting with me for Jenny, so she can join in.
Oh, true. That's very weird. How did I miss Edna? Ben, Chips, LaRue, Emma,
Edna is right there.
Jelly,
Yes,
Jenny.
she's
Lucia,
right there.
Star.
Min, my Vietnamese name is Min. Later on, I just changed my name into Edna.
Oh, then I didn't miss Edna because Edna changed her name from her Vietnamese name to her Australian name, to her English name. So Min is Edna. So I'll change that, Edna versus Jelly. My gosh, you guys, you're freaking me out doing that. Okay, so the topic of this video that you're going to make, and I'll post all of this in Zalo.
Does that mean I'm still paired with you?
Yep.
Then do you need to send a video too?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to create a video being the first proposition speaker. And so your homework will be to watch my argument and respond to my arguments, give me some counter arguments, some rebuttals, make your own arguments, all that sort of stuff. So I'll just go ahead.
Can we go out now?
You can. So I'm just going to change that to Edna. Emma.
Yeah.
Okay, so get ready to debate, guys. And we're going to go over these videos in class on, we'll say on Friday. We'll do a bit of a revision session of these videos on Friday. Yep.
Are we going to end the meeting now?
What's gonna be the
That's
topic?
it. Class is finished.
What's gonna be the topic?
We need to work on being less distracted in future classes, guys.
Yeah.
We were a bit too chatty and
Can we
wasting
please look at now?
wasting time today.
Yes, I'm waiting
So
for so long for teacher to continue.
yeah,
What's gonna be the topic? What's gonna be the topic?
I'm going to post all of that in the Zalo group now. I'm going to post your homework completely in the Zalo. So those of you that want to stay and chat with each other, you can.
Teacher.
But as of now, what?
Teacher. But there's a problem.
What's the problem?
I don't have your Zalo.
You don't have Zalo?
I don't have your Debate Happy Land Zalo.
You're not in the group. Is your mum in the group?
Yes, my mom is in the group. She sent me late.
Ah, well, if
Of course,
that's
I
the
never know
case,
when to happen.
if that's the case, then she'll get the homework and she can pass it on to you. Okay, so class is done, guys. I will see you on Friday and I'll put the homework in the Zalo group for you now. So bye, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher. I might get some lunch.